college lecturer myself. I have a reasonably sensible life besides the sports. Um, and the people I skydive with, they come from all walks of life. And it's hard to pigeonhole, and say, well, this particular type. And the women are very good skydivers. They tend to be more flexible and more artistic in the type of jumps they do.
Great. Thanks a million, Connor.
After hearing Connor talk about that, talking skydiving like that, okay, I'm not going to say it. He convinced me. I've signed up. I'm terrified thinking about it, but as the song goes, the only way is up, or in this case, going down at speeds up to 200 miles per hour. I'll let you know how I got on next week if I make it till then. So moving on into next week's show, if I make it that far, we'll be hearing about how I got on when I had a nice sit-down chat for the second time, I might add, with Bret the Hitman Hart. We discussed the WWE's huge fan base that has accumulated here in Ireland and it's growing exponentially. We'll be talking about his stroke, the Montreal incident in '97, and his triumphant return to the WWE after 13 years away. And I'm not going to lie, I absolutely loved this chat. On the same topic, the annual extravaganza and spectacle known as WrestleMania has indeed come and gone. It was just an amazing event in which I was present for, and in the burning hot desert in Phoenix, Arizona, it was a great holiday. We saw the retirement of my hero, Shawn Michaels. Had the pleasure of meeting him. We saw his retirement that actually devastated me. But like I said, it was an amazing event to witness, and I can't speak higher of the event, and I can't speak higher of the WWE for organising it. So anyway, as well, if you have any tales of the world of wrestling or questions that you'd like for us to ask any of the guys on the show or in future shows, please send them to 087 123 4567 or by email at lcr@radio.fm. So now, on to our mystery sport of the week, which I know you all love. I'm going to give you a while to try and guess what this one is before we explore more about this particular sport later on in the show. If you think you know what our mystery sport could be, or you would like us to feature one on the show, get in contact with us the same way at 087 123 4567 or at lcr@radio.fm. And again, if you didn't hear it, that's 087 123 4567 or at lcr@radio.fm.
Well, the best thing for me is basically keeping fit and trying to reach my full potential. I feel that I can look at some of the big moves and I can see that be me in a few years, so it just keeps me going, and I probably eat, sleep and breathe, but it's that fun, so it's for me really.
Both the community and just a play at home in UCD and the fun, so I suppose just the community of people here and just everyone here, and makes UCD seem like a smaller place.
The trips away, they're brilliant.
It's good exercise and it's really good fun. Get to exercise your liver a great deal. Socialising, everyone recovering from their hangovers the next day and the trips away and stuff. So overall it's pretty good, yeah.
I really like how it's a sport for everyone, how we've people who come down who've been in other sports before and get to compete doing something that's really good fun, really energetic, and just a bit of a good laugh as well at training, as well as a bit of hard work. And also you have people who just come down to get active a few times a week and they really enjoy it too. They learn a lot, they improve their balance and coordination and improve their confidence in sport and are more likely to partake in other sports afterwards, I think.
We had Orla out talking to Aidan, a member of the Freerunning Society out in IADT. To find out more about what makes an accomplished freerunner, Orla was saying how when she went out to see the freerunning training session, they were all ripped to shreds. And it seems that if it's a conditioning and fitness sport that you're after, this is totally a sport for you.
Dún Laoghaire in the Dún Laoghaire Institute of Art, Design and Technology, and I'm talking to Aidan from the IADT Freerunning Society. Aidan, could you tell us a bit about what's involved in freerunning?
Freerunning is a French discipline involving getting from point A to point B in the most efficient way possible, with some flips and stuff thrown in for fun. Basically, the classes consist of about an hour of physical conditioning training and then an hour of practicing technique.
And I've heard about parkour as well. Could you tell me the difference between parkour and freerunning?
The difference really is the flips. The parkour is the most efficient thing. The freerunning is supposed to be a little more fun, a little sillier, but really we try not to sort of differentiate them here. We just throw whatever word we want around and do whatever we want and have fun.
And where would we see examples of freerunning?
At this point, any action film will try and fit something in. video games like Prince of Persia, Mirror's Edge for the Xbox, Assassin's Creed is big into it as well. So all forms of media. I know one of the top guys was in a Madonna video. They just everywhere really. It's go on.
Brilliant. And what kind of person gets involved in free running?
A crazy person initially, but the people that stay are the ones that have a sort of, I guess, committed personality, the ones that want to really focus on the training and put some work into it is the thing, you know. Guys that wouldn't necessarily be into rugby or soccer, but do love the thrill that comes out of free running and the benefit they see from the training.
Yeah, I was watching you warm up, and there's a lot even in a warm up. You guys must be as fit as a fiddle. How often do you train?
At the moment we're doing 3 days a week and then a day at the weekends if we can. But that's a step up. Last year it was once a week and a day at the weekends, but the numbers have grown, so we're up in it.
And how fit do you have to be able to, you know, run up a wall or, you know, flip in the street? How long would you have had to been training for?
Really depends on the person. Like for basic free running parkour and just having fun with it, you can just come along, and all of that comes. You kind of have to learn to walk before you can fly, you know. So it's, and like they sensationalize it with all these movies and video games, and you see people leaping from rooftops. But the most fun stuff is on the ground, where you can string about 10 moves together, not do your knees in on the roof.
And is it a sport where you'd be prone to a lot of injuries?
If you're not careful, yeah. That's one of the things we try and get in this class is focus and concentration, because when I started out meeting people off the internet and going into town and doing it, I was just banging my knee off concrete every other day, and it didn't make sense. So one of the big things I drill here is if you don't know for certain you can do it, you don't even try it. And there's a fine line between knowing you can do it, and that's when people hurt themselves, when they've that sliver of doubt.
And I've heard that the sport is actually illegal. How does that affect you?
It's not the sport that's illegal, it's the association, the sort of idea that you're endangering yourself or others or damaging the environment. And you're not really. The whole thing is we need that environment in pristine condition to do what we do, and we're generally not, like anybody that's bad at heart and going out and messing and endangering people generally doesn't stick around, because the group that trains doesn't really put up with them. So you just get good guys practicing.
And do you need any equipment for free running?
Really, you just need a pair of runners and go outside. We're very lucky here in that over the past 5.5 years we've built up the equipment that we have, with mats from the Martial Arts Society and some gymnastics horses, and you know, we've just built steadily on, and we're very lucky. And
could you talk us through maybe some of the tricks that you might do in an ordinary free run out?
Basic one, the most straightforward thing to learn is to roll and to spread out that impact as you land. But aside from that, vaults of all types over any obstacle, even just throwing your leg over